first sparring footage of Mike Tyson released ahead of the Jake Paul fight.
If you think Mike Tyson isn't still an absolute beast in the ring, think again. His latest training video proves that at 58, he's still the terrifying heavyweight he was in his prime. While many fans are banking on Jake Paul, due to his youth, they're making a huge mistake. Tyson's video demonstrates that age is no match for the baddest man on the planet. In the footage, Tyson showcases the speed, power, and intensity that made him a heavyweight legend. He still has the footwork, technique, and knockout power that struck fear into opponents. If fans believe Jake can withstand that kind of onslaught, they're in for a rude awakening. Tyson isn't just ready to step back into the ring, he's prepared to dominate. This latest training clip is nothing short of mind-blowing. If anyone doubted Tyson's capabilities, this footage silences them instantly. He looks fresher than ever, moving with the agility and ferocity reminiscent of his prime years. Tyson is throwing combinations with the same intensity, speed, and precision that made him a living legend. People were already excited about Mike's return to the ring, but this new training footage elevates that hype to a whole new level. It's as if he's been dipped in the fountain of youth, showing no signs of slowing down. Let's face it, if Mike Tyson could take down some of the biggest names in heavyweight boxing, what does Jake Paul really bring to the table? Tyson's return is a reminder of why he earned the title of baddest man on the planet, and it'll be fascinating to see how he matches up against Jake. Buckle up, this fight is going to be one for the ages. Tyson's power is still phenomenal, and his speed is absolutely ridiculous for a 58-year-old. Watching it hit the pads, you can literally feel the impact through the screen. The explosiveness in his punches is reminiscent of his prime days in the 80s and 90s. He generates massive power with every strike, whether it's a jab, hook, or uppercut. His punches look designed to destroy. But it's not just raw power, his technique remains sharp. Tyson's footwork, head movement, and angles are all intact. His ability to slip punches and counter with brutal force is what makes him a standout fighter, and age hasn't diminished that at all. In his latest training video, Tyson moves like a predator circling its prey. His ability to read opponents, anticipate their next move, and strike with devastating precision is still unmatched. That's what Jake Paul will have to contend with when he steps into the ring. Tyson doesn't throw wild punches, every hit is calculated, every move strategic. He's always a step ahead. If anyone thinks age will slow him down or diminish his ring IQ, they're mistaken. Tyson has been boxing since he was a teenager, and those instincts remain as sharp as ever. The combination of his power, speed, and tactical acumen makes him a formidable opponent, one that Paul will find challenging to overcome.
Day 2, we're getting ready for you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's talk about Tyson's conditioning. He's not just throwing a few hard punches and gassing out. His latest video shows he still has the stamina to go multiple rounds while hitting like a truck. You can see it in his high-intensity training sessions. He isn't slowing down at all. Many forget that Tyson in his prime wasn't solely about first-round knockouts. He had the endurance to wear opponents down, coming at them round after round until he landed that killer blow. Even at 58, that endurance looks just as strong. Tyson's conditioning is a significant factor that Jake Paul will have to reckon with in the ring.
Keep it coming. 12. 3 more. 1. You do 1 more. Yep. You just drop it back. Let it go. Yep. 4. Okay, give me 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This video makes it clear that age is just a number when it comes to Mike Tyson. He's not resting on his past accomplishments or his legacy. Instead, he's putting in the work to prove to the world that he still has it. Tyson is showing up not just for a spectacle, but to win, coming into this fight as dangerous as ever. If Jake Paul or his fans think they're dealing with a washed-up legend, they're in for a rude awakening. Tyson still possesses the skills, power, and heart that made him one of the most feared fighters in boxing history. Now let's take a quick look at Jake Paul's skills. He's no stranger to the ring, and you have to give him credit for being better than most people expected when he first started. Jake has decent power in his hands, especially with his right hook, and he's shown that he can knock people out when he lands clean. His footwork has improved. He knows how to move around the ring and control distance to some extent. Jake has definitely come a long way since the early days when people dismissed him as just a YouTuber pretending to be a boxer. However, his biggest strength lies in his ability to generate hype. The guy knows how to promote himself, and he's used that skill to build a career that's made him a household name in boxing, even if traditional boxing fans may not appreciate it. But let's be real for a moment. When you compare Jake Paul's skills to Mike Tyson's, it's a completely different ballgame. Yes, Jake is younger and has a significant age advantage, but that won't save him when he steps into the ring with a man who has spent his entire life perfecting the art of boxing. Tyson's power is on an entirely different level. We're talking about a fighter who could end matches with a single punch, even against elite-level competitors. Jake has scored knockouts against a few MMA fighters and fellow YouTubers, but let's be honest, he's never faced anyone remotely close to Tyson's caliber. While Jake's power to surprise some, it simply pales in comparison to the raw force Tyson brings into the ring. Let's not forget the experience gap. Tyson has been fighting professionally since he was 18, and by his early 20s, he was already the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. He has gone toe-to-toe with legends like Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and Michael Spinks, actual world champions with incredible skill and durability. In contrast, Jake has fought opponents like Ben Askren, known for his wrestling, and Tyron Woodley, a former MMA champion who was past his prime. Neither of those fighters were elite-level boxers, nor did they possess the striking ability to truly test Jake. His most notable win is over Nate Robinson, a retired NBA player who had never boxed professionally before stepping into the ring with him. Let that sink in for a moment. In contrast, Tyson has fought and beaten killers in the ring. His legacy is cemented in the history books. At just 20 years old, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion ever, and he's remembered as one of the most devastating punchers the sport has ever seen. Jake, meanwhile, is still in the process of building his legacy, which currently consists mostly of fights against individuals who aren't even close to being legitimate boxers. That's the key difference. Tyson's opponents were battle-tested warriors, the best of their time, while Jake's resume is filled with retired MMA fighters and social media personalities. Some might argue that Jake's youth gives him an edge, believing that as the younger, more energetic athlete, he'll outlast Tyson in the ring. But age alone won't save Jake when Tyson starts unloading on him. Sure, Jake is younger, but Tyson has the experience, power, and skills that have withstood the test of time. Even at 58, Tyson's speed, precision, and knockout power remain terrifying, as seen in his recent training videos. This isn't some washed-up legend stepping into the ring for a payday. Tyson still has the goods and treats this fight like it's the real deal. In contrast, Jake seems to be treating it as just another viral event. This fight is significant. We're talking about Mike freaking Tyson. Jake has never faced anyone like him, and he's entering deep waters here. No amount of social media followers or trash talk will help him when Tyson stands across from him, ready to unleash a barrage of punches. Jake's biggest asset is his ability to sell a fight, but once that bell rings, all the hype will mean nothing. Tyson has been there, done that, and proven himself time and again. While Jake might be younger, Tyson's experience and abilities make him a threat that Jake simply isn't prepared for. The hype surrounding the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul matchup is through the roof, and it's all set to go down on November 15, 2024 at the massive AT&T Arena. This fight has the world buzzing like never before, and tickets are flying off the shelves faster than you can say, "Let's get ready to rumble." Everyone knows this is set to be one of the biggest boxing events in recent memory. The sheer excitement surrounding this matchup is unprecedented. Boxing legends, influencers, celebrities, you name it, everyone's talking about it. And with Netflix on board, this isn't just a fight, it's an entire event. Netflix is set to drop exclusive behind-the-scenes footage, training camp coverage, and all the juicy details leading up to the big night, featuring the iconic Mike Tyson going head-to-head with one of the most talked-about influencers in the world, Jake Paul. This fight has fans on the edge of their seats. It's not just a boxing match, but a clash of generations, legacies, and worlds. Whether you're Team Tyson or Team Jake, there's no denying that this event is about to go down in the history books. That said, fans are genuinely worried for Jake Paul, and it's easy to see why. It's becoming increasingly clear that Jake isn't taking this fight as seriously as he should, and that has people concerned. I mean, when you're about to face Mike Tyson, one of the most dangerous men to ever step into the ring, you'd expect Jake to be fully locked in, right? Instead, he's out here posting goofy videos on social media, everything from wearing fake bellies to working out with fake weights and even chowing down on cheeseburgers as if it's some kind of joke. Fans are watching this unfold and the fear is palpable. Jake just doesn't seem to be putting in the work he should be for a fight of this magnitude. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see how everything plays out. So that's all I have for you today. What are your thoughts on Tyson's new training footage? Fill the comment section with your opinions and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace out.